today.
No. What is your question?
Outlined
No,
in the
no, no,
quote
Mr.
form.
Elizondo, no.
Your Honor, respectfully, as a bailor and grantor, I've granted this court equitable title for settlement of any
No,
charges
sir. This
under
is a
doctrine
criminal
of
court. No,
trust
sir.
and mercy.
Mr. Elizondo.
Your Honor, for the record, respectfully, I am a Texas common law free man. I do not participate in corporate Ponzi schemes that require me to have
This
registration.
is not that, sir.
and
This is not
insurance.
Mr.
I do
Elizondo.
not
Stop.
consent. Gave
No,
this
no,
court
no, Mr.
equitable title for
Elizondo,
settlement
stop. Mr.
of
Elizondo,
any
stop.
charge under
Mr. Elizondo.
doctrine of trust merge.
Mr. Elizondo.
So picture this. A Texas courtroom, a calm judge, and a man who just mailed in $3 toward a $100+ fine, and now thinks he's cracked the code to escape the system. His name, Jose Elizondo, and from the very first moment he speaks, you just know this is going off the rails. The judge greets him politely, ready to handle a simple case about expired registration, something that should have taken all of 3 minutes. But instead of "Yes, Your Honor," this guy launches into a speech.
Good morning, Your Honor. My Christian name is Jose, and my family name is Elizondo. I am the bailor today, and respectfully ask some issues to raise.
Wait, Mr. Elizondo, wait. Jose Elizondo, I show that you have one case pending, and that is expired registration. Do you understand that's the charge that is pending against you?
Yes, I understand, but respectfully.
Okay, sir. Okay, hang on. There's several steps we need to take over. Were you able to hear my explanation about defendant's rights and options that I went over at the start of court?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about those rights or options?
Yes.
Go ahead. What's your question?
Okay, respectfully, I haven't received my documentation that I requested in a timely manner to proceed today.
No. What is your question? No, Mr. Elizondo, no. What is your question about the rights and options that I went over at the start of court?
I have no questions regarding that.
Okay, then to this charge of expired registration, actually, I'm going to stop and say, you mailed in payment.
I did.
You mailed in $3 and you have a balance due of $129. So with that payment of $3, we've already entered a plea of no contest for you because Texas law allows that to be entered for you. So we're set here to determine, are you able to make the balance of your payment by Monday, or do you need some time to pay that out?
Your Honor, respectfully, as a bailor and grantor, I've granted this court equitable title for settlement of any
No,
charges.
sir. This is a criminal court. No, sir. Mr. Elizondo, this is not a civil court. There are no parties like that in this proceeding. You're a defendant. You're not a grantor. I'm the judge. And so that does not apply to this court. You may have read that might be something in a civil court. That does not apply here. So my question to you, sir, is since you've already mailed in payment and indicated a plea of no contest by mailing in a payment under Texas law, can you get the balance paid by Monday, or do you need some time to pay that out, or do you have a financial situation that you need a financial packet?
Your Honor, for the record, respectfully, I am a Texas common law free man. I do not participate in corporate Ponzi schemes that require me to have registration.
This is not that, sir. This is not, Mr. Elizondo, stop. Mr. Elizondo, stop. This is not the time to make a statement. You see, we have like 12 other people who are set here. You're set on a criminal charge. This is not time for you just to go and make a statement about a civil matter that it is not set in this court.
So are you saying that I don't have civilian due process of law?
No, but this is not a civil matter. You're raising terms in regards to this as if this were like a civil lawsuit. This is a criminal charge where you've already.
It's not criminal, Your Honor.
Yes, it is, sir. This is a Class C criminal charge in Texas, displaying an expired registration. That is a Class C criminal charge, and you mailed in partial payment. So I'm trying to determine, are you able to make the rest of your payment by Monday, or do you need some time to pay it out?
I have the right to equitable title for this settlement or any charges on the doctrine of trust merge.
This is not a matter of a title to a vehicle or anything like that, sir. You seem to be confusing some civil law.
Well, I have some confusion because on Supreme Court case law Murdoch versus Pennsylvania, they clearly state that you don't need registration or insurance for private personal travel, and I don't consent to any corporate.
About being a Texas common law free man who doesn't participate in corporate Ponzi schemes. Yeah, here we go again. The judge tries to keep things professional. Mr. Elizondo, this is a criminal court, not a civil matter. But Jose just won't stop. He's tossing around words like bailor, grantor, equitable title, and even claims he granted the court settlement rights. At this point, it's like watching someone try to pay their rent with monopoly money, confidently.
Okay, well, this is nothing to do with a corporation. This is a Texas charge, and you've already mailed in a payment for this. So you've indicated a plea of no contest. Are you saying that you're not pleading that? Then why
Your
did you
Honor,
give him $3?
as a bailor and grantor, I gave
No,
this
no, Mr. Elizondo, stop. Mr. Elizondo, stop. Mr. Elizondo,
doctrine of trust merge.
Mr. Elizondo, stop. Why did you mail in $3?
Because as a bailor and grantor, I have granted to this court equitable title for settlement of any.
No, sir. We do not settle. And, sir, Mr. Elizondo, there's no party in a criminal charge that's called a bailor, and you cannot claim a position that is not one in this court.
Your Honor,
there's no status of bailor.
Are you giving me finance?
No, sir. Listen, I need you to listen to me. I need you to listen to me. There's no status of bailor or grantor in this criminal court. You may have read some cases in regards to some other matter. You are a defendant. No, Mr. Elizondo, you need to be quiet and listen. You're a defendant. You mailed in $3, which is partial payment of a total of $132. All right. Now, by law, when you mail in a payment, a plea of no contest is entered. All right. So my question to you was, when you mailed in the $3, was that your intent to make a partial payment, requesting a payment plan, or were you attempting to post a bond?
My intent was, like I said, I am the bailor and grantee. I have granted this court equitable title for settlement of any charges under doctrine of trust merge. That's my answer to your question.
Okay. That is not an answer that applies in criminal court. So based upon your payment of $3, the court has already entered a plea of no contest, and I'm going to order that you get the balance paid,
Your Honor, respectfully.
Within 30 days.
Okay, Your Honor, respectfully, with those documents that you have, I didn't receive any documentation requested in a timely manner to proceed today. Outlining my co-warrantor under Chapter 66 of Texas Civil Practice Code, which is
stop, Mr. Elizondo, stop. The Civil Practice Code does not apply to this courtroom. This is the Code of Criminal Procedure applies to the criminal courtroom. So the Civil Code does not apply.
But I still have a civilian due process, Your Honor.
Well, yes,
I have not entered a plea.
You did by mailing it in. By mailing that in, that's entering a plea of no contest. You mailed in a payment of $3.
Your Honor,
you can get the balance paid.
The reason why I did that, as a bailor and grantor, like I stated multiple times, I've granted this court equitable title for settlement.
Okay, Mr. Elizondo.
Merge.
Mr. Elizondo, were you wanting to plead not guilty and request a trial?
No. Respectfully, Your Honor. Constitutionally, too. For the record, I am a Texas common law free man. I do not participate in any Ponzi schemes that require me to have registration and insurance. I do not consent quasi-jurisdiction. Respectfully, Your Honor, I plead for a civilian due process of law.
And still be shocked when it doesn't work. And when the judge reminds him that mailing in $3 automatically entered a plea of no contest under Texas law, Jose doubles down. He starts arguing about trust mergers and Supreme Court rulings that apparently say he doesn't need insurance or registration to drive. The judge's patience is legendary here because if most of us were sitting on that bench, we'd have hit mute participant 10 minutes ago. But here's where it gets hilarious and kind of sad. The man keeps interrupting the judge with respectfully, Your Honor, every single time he cuts her off. Like, bro, the word respectfully doesn't give you a free pass to talk over a judge. That's not how words work. You can almost hear the courtroom sigh collectively every time he says it. And can we talk about that background? There's a giant whiteboard behind him that looks suspiciously like a classroom. So now everyone's wondering.
Okay, well, you're
under Section 1, Article 10.
Okay, Mr. Elizondo, you're receiving the exact same due process that every other person who's appeared in this court has. And you have mailed in a payment of $3, and that payment is received as a plea of no contest.
Who is my accuser, Your Honor, respectfully?
The state of Texas. That citation that you received, that is the accusation. And
okay, well, I would like to go to trial for this.
So you're indicating that you wish to change your plea from no contest to not guilty?
Yes.
All right. And you wish to waive your right to jury trial, or do you wish to request a jury trial?
No.
So no jury trial. You wish to waive your right to a jury trial?
1 second, please. Never mind. Give me a jury trial, please.
So you wish to request a jury trial?
Yes.
And you will be representing yourself, or will you be retaining counsel?
Myself.
Okay. Do you understand that if you request a jury trial, if you're found guilty, in addition to the regular state court cost, there is an additional jury trial court cost that's assessed if you're convicted. Your case is going to be reset for a pretrial hearing. That is going to be for our May contest docket, which is at 6 p.m. on May 7th.
Is this man actually a teacher? Because if so, we've got bigger problems than expired registration. Imagine him teaching kids about equitable titles and Ponzi scheme courts. But here's the real kicker. Jose mailed in $3 and somehow thought that settled it. That's like tossing $3 on a Starbucks counter and expecting a venti frappuccino. The math isn't mathing.
Attacked and assaulted and kidnapped 2 different times, just one time. Recite your oath of office, your delegation of authority order, and your bond information.
What is your name?
I am Brian. My family name is Wilkinson.
All right. We'll go on the record in State of Kansas versus Brian J. Wilkinson. Case number 25 CR 67. The state appears by County Attorney Darren DeVinny. Mr. Wilkinson appears in person by Zoom. We're here for a first appearance. Mr. Wilkinson, you're appearing by a summons. I'm going to go over your charges with you. There are 3 counts, all alleged to have occurred on June 4th, 2024 in Butler County, Kansas. Count 1 alleges you were in unlawful possession of methamphetamine. That is a level 5 drug felony. Count 2 alleges you were in unlawful possession of paraphernalia for use. That is a Class B non-person misdemeanor. Count 3 is an allegation of possession of marijuana, also a Class B non-person misdemeanor. Do you understand what you've been charged with, Mr. Wilkinson?
I do not understand, Your Honor.
Yeah, what don't you understand?
I had thought that this matter was already settled on the case that Mr. Watts was representing me for.
Okay, I'm not aware of that particular matter. That may have been a different case. I'm not sure.
Well, there wasn't a different case. I mean, I wasn't attacked and assaulted and kidnapped 2 different times, just one time.
Mr. DeVinny, do you know anything about another case involving Mr. Wilkinson?
Let's see. Well, I know there's criminal history. I know he's a B on the grid. He has out of at least Butler County cases, we've got a driving while suspended, an old a 23 traffic case that's closed. And then he has this open case now for possession of methamphetamine.
Do you know of, is there one where Mr. Watts representing that you know of?
Not that I'm aware of. Well, Your Honor.
All right. Well, I don't know, Mr. Wilkinson. That can be sorted out. Can you afford to hire an attorney to represent you?
I'm sui juris.
Excuse me?
I'm sui juris, and I would appreciate it, Your Honor, if you would recite your oath of office, your delegation of authority order, and your bond information.
I'm not going to do that, Mr. Wilkinson. Can you afford to hire an attorney?
I am not a ward of the court. I'm not an idiot. I know how to speak for myself.
Okay. Do you wish to represent yourself?
Well, I am myself. I can't represent myself, but yes, I will be talking for myself.
All right. You understand you have a right to have an attorney represent you on this case?
Yeah, but that makes me a ward of the court. If I am seen as too stupid to talk for myself.
My friend. The judge, holding it together like an absolute pro, calmly reminds him again and again, this is a criminal court. There's no such thing as a bailer or grantor here. But Jose keeps pushing, citing trust doctrines and Supreme Court rulings that don't exist. And by now, the only thing merging is everyone's patience, straight into zero. Honestly, this might be one of the best examples of how not to handle a traffic ticket. You can feel the judge's internal monologue screaming, just pay the fine and move on. But nope, Jose would rather die on the hill of imaginary legal theory, and we're not even done yet, because what happens next takes this courtroom circus to a whole new level. So, after 15 solid minutes of word salad, the judge is still trying.
Do you understand that if you can't afford an attorney to represent you, one would be appointed for you?
I also understand that all attorneys' first duty is for the court and not for their clients. So
do you understand
want,
you have that right, Mr. Wilkinson?
I do understand my rights, yes,
okay.
Your Honor.
I'm going to go ahead and appoint James Watts to represent you if you think that he's represented you on something that may be in line with this case. So he'll be with you when you appear back in front of me, and that'll be on my preliminary hearing control docket. Do you have something to write with, Mr.
Yes,
Wilkinson?
sir.
All right. Your court date will be in front of me by Zoom on May the 19th at 2:30.
May 19th, 2:30 p.m.
That's correct. Do you have Mr. Watts' contact information?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay. You might contact his office and let them know that court date. We need to set a bond. Mr. DeVinny, what's your recommendation for bond?
The defendant does appear here voluntarily by summons here today, so I'd request a $10,000 OR bond for the defendant.
What was the amount?
$10,000.
All right, I'll set a $10,000 OR bond. He'll need to be processed, I'm assuming.
Well, he initially had a first appearance back on June 5th of 24 at 1:30. At that point, we were waiting on KBI Labs and we released him. So I believe he's actually been arrested and processed.
Okay.
He just needs to come to 201 West Pine. If he can make it here today before 5, that's great. If not, probably on Monday to come up to the front desk so he can sign his bond.
All right. Mr. Wilkinson, can you make it up to the Judicial Center this afternoon to sign your OR bond?
It'll probably need to be Monday, Your Honor.
Trying her best to help Jose make sense of the situation. She even gives him multiple chances to clarify what he's trying to do. Pay the fine, post a bond, request a trial, anything. But every single time she asks a normal question, he hits her back with the same nonsense. Your Honor, respectfully, as a bailer and grantor, I have granted this court equitable title for settlement under the doctrine of trust merge. At this point, it's like he's reading random legal words off a bingo card. The judge cuts in again, calm but clearly done with the circus. Mr. Alzando, that is not applicable in criminal court. You are a defendant. You mailed in $3 as partial payment. That means, by law, a plea of no contest has already been entered. Now, a normal person might stop there. But Jose, oh no. He takes a deep breath like he's about to deliver the Gettysburg Address and says, I am a Texas common law free man. I do not participate in corporate Ponzi schemes that require registration and insurance. And right there, that's the line where you can just see the judge's soul leave her body for a second. She tries to keep control. Mr. Alzando, stop talking. This is not a civil court, but he's on a mission. He starts demanding civilian due process like he's starring in some self-written legal drama. And then comes the part that really seals it. He starts referencing Murdoch versus Pennsylvania, a Supreme Court case sovereign citizens love to quote, but never actually read. He claims it says he doesn't need registration or insurance for private personal travel. Spoiler alert, it doesn't say that at all. But you know what's amazing? The judge doesn't even flinch. She just keeps redirecting, refusing to take the bait, reminding him that Texas law doesn't care about his trust mergers or equitable titles. And just when you think it's over, Jose switches gears again. Who is my accuser? He demands. The judge calmly replies, the state of Texas. He looks genuinely shocked, like he was expecting her to say the Illuminati or something. Finally, after going in circles, he announces, "I'd like to go to trial." The judge, probably thrilled to finally reach a concrete answer, confirms it. "So you're changing your plea from no contest to not guilty?" He says yes. She offers him the choice of a jury trial or bench trial, and just when it seems settled, he changes his mind again. "No, wait, give me a jury trial." "Yes, jury trial." You can almost see the bailiff trying not to laugh in the corner. The judge patiently schedules his jury trial, explains the costs, the procedures, and everything he'll need to do. And Jose, still keeping up the act, throws in one last respectfully before signing off, like it's some magic word that's going to erase the whole thing. But here's the truth. This whole scene perfectly captures the sovereign citizen mindset. They love to talk about freedom, contracts, and the Constitution. But the moment you ask them to follow a basic traffic law, suddenly it's all a grand conspiracy. And the funniest part? He literally paid $3. Like, bro, you spent more on the pen you used to sign that check. Now here's the kicker. As soon as that hearing wraps up, we head straight into another courtroom, and this next guy might actually top it. He starts his case by telling the judge he was kidnapped.